Hello there. Welcome to Cambly.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, my name is Adrian. What is your name?
My name is Prakash and nice to see you again. We have already done one time.
No, we have. Oh, yes.
India,
Yes. I
Prakash
remember.
from India.
And, well, what have you been up to?
We did IELTS.
IELTS. All right. No, well, the question is, what have you been up to? Which means, what have you been doing? Is there anything new? Any new stories? Something that you would want to say?
Okay, okay, got it, got it.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah, when it,
I have completed my all IELTS part one, two, and three.
hmm.
So yeah, I'm interested in talking with, I want to know something more about you. I will share something with you about my culture and these all things. A free conversation, I will.
Oh, okay, sure thing. We could go ahead and definitely practice free conversation here. All right. So, what do you want to know? Do you have like a specific question or just random? Um,
Yeah, no, no, no. As I'm an English teacher, you know that that time I also told you, you might know or not, I don't know. So we must talk about English language, how to teach better in our classroom.
oh, okay. Um, well, personal experiences. Sometimes it all depends. I was tutoring full time on a school, mostly primary. What was it? Fifth and sixth grade. Um, I don't. I never understood the on education, the methodology of teaching. Maybe because I understood it my way, trying to. All right. How trying to remember from personal experience how I felt when I didn't understood something and try to work on those areas. I don't know. I feel that it worked. My students were happy. They were learning, and I quite enjoyed it. Like, how do you try to explain something that it's a little bit more challenging to people that don't know it? Um, that's the key part of it. It's like English. Whenever you're trying to learn, and if you want to go higher, um, how do you do it? Well, with examples, putting yourself on the other on the person's mind. That well, I don't know what you're talking about. How can I have or grasp an idea of what you're trying to teach me? Like, let me ask you, have you ever had trouble teaching a specific topic, like an example on, oh, you know what, the kids are not, that you have felt, you know what, kids are just not understanding, or people or anyone, they're just not understanding what I'm trying to explain. Um, has there been a topic like that?
Okay, okay, yeah. So yeah, when they can't understand what I want to teach them, then I give them, practical examples. For example, if it happens few days ago, I was teaching active, passive structures in my classroom.
Hmm.
Okay, so students had a problem to use to be and past participle.
Hmm.
So we have to use these two things. Okay, so I gave them one example. If you want to make passive, you need two things. They are compulsory to make passive structures: a to be and past participle. So they had a little bit problem because there are different type of to be, and students have to prepare different type of past participle. So I gave them one example. You like eating sandwiches, so if you want to make sandwich, what do you need? Then they started speaking, we need bread and this thing. So exactly, if you want to make sandwich, you need this type of ingredients. So to make passive structure, You need to be and past participle.
Yes.
And these are to be and these are. So now by using these two things, you can make passive structures.
Hmm. Yeah, that's basically it. Past structure. Um, I think about grammar, uh, and I think that's why most people find it challenging. It's or are the names, um, like past participle. Whenever I have other students here in Cambly who are quite advanced, they have pretty good English. And even though they have some errors and mistakes, I hear it and they ask, "Oh, but why should I say this?" And I try to explain the grammar. Um, yeah, they don't. Um, one of them told me, "Yeah, you know what? You're telling me, you're explaining it to me. I understand it, but chances are that I will never remember the name of it. Past participle. What was the other one? Indefinite prepositions. All of those adverbs. I don't know what an adverb is, or like the name of it, they will not remember. They'll remember the mechanics of it, when to use it or how to use it, but they will just not remember the definition of the or the title of it. So it's quite interesting to see that difference between kids. They are learning everything from zero, grammar structure, and people who don't really care much about grammar. They just want to speak fluently and, of course, correctly. They just dismiss the names, of the name of the lesson. So yeah, quite interesting. What grades do you teach? I forgot.
Okay. I teach in the ninth and 10th grade.
High school already.
Yeah,
Okay.
high school.
Oh, or to form or verb tense. Oh, okay, okay. D and T and or NN. All right. So high school already. And you only teach English or do you teach any other class?
Yeah, I teach Sanskrit also. I teach two languages in ninth and 10th.
I'm sorry, what's the other language?
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
Yeah,
What is that?
Sanskrit is an ancient language and it's a great language of the world. You don't know? I'm really quite surprised about Sanskrit because in some countries, in foreign countries also, this language is implemented. They have started teaching.
No, I'm not familiar with that. Whenever I've never really got into to languages. I learned Spanish by my own because I was interested in it. But when I was in college, I never got into languages. I got into the methodology of education, but not to languages. So Sanskrit.
Yeah. Okay. In Sanskrit language, we teach our holy books like the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Vedant. These are the great books. Actually, these are the books for the human beings, for our betterment, how to live our life.
Mm.
And the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a manual book for the all human beings, whether you are Christians or Muslim or whatever you are. But this book teaches us how to live better.
Okay, so Sanskrit, ancient from the Indo-Aryan branch of the Indo-European languages. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. I need to brush up on my history. Um, yeah, petrified, constrained, sanctified. Oh wow, okay. So you also teach that. Is there like a mandatory subject or credit that the kids have to pass, or is it just optional?
Okay, in primary school, it's mandatory. Fifth to eighth standard, it's mandatory. But in the ninth and tenth, they have option to learn different language, Hindi also. But the students prefer to learn Sanskrit in my country.
All right, all right. And it's quite interesting that, well, like in China, China, India, you guys have like two, three different types of languages, or rather, the language on the same country is quite different. And it's,
In my country, more than the official 22 languages are accepted for government, and more than 33 languages are spoken.
there you go. See, it's
All states have different languages. Okay, I am from Gujarat, so Gujarati is my mother tongue. You might know about, must know about the Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi.
oh yes, of course.
So he was from my state. Okay, so his language, first language was Gujarati.
So if you do want to travel, let's say that you want to travel from one end of India to the next, I mean, are you, even if there are differences, overall, can you guys understand each other, or are they totally different?
Yeah, sometimes okay, we love, but sometimes we have to face the language problem. When you go to South India, in South India, those people like their regional language, like their Telugu, Tamil, and Malayalam. But those people, South Indian people, know English very well. Most of people. So if you know English, you can communicate with those people. And in North India, most of people know Hindi very well. They have their regional language also, as well as yeah, they can understand Hindi and English both.
Hmm. Now,
So we can share our yeah.
yeah, like that's a very interesting topic, and now it came to mind. What do you think, or do you think that the world should speak only one language?
Should we speak only one
Yeah.
language? No, no, we must. No, no. Okay, your culture is different. My culture is different. So I must respect your culture. That's the beauty of my country. Though your culture is different, your language is different, your appearance is different, but we are together. Diversity, unity is the diversity in my country.
Yeah. See, that's the point. I agree with that too, but I can't help to think that if everyone in the entire world spoke the same language, we would be able to understand each other even better, and thus, well, um, like if you think logical, or you,
Yeah, I can.
you would think that we would take or be kind to one another, because we would understand, all of us would understand each other. So it's a quite interesting point of discussion. Like, yeah, would we be able to give up our uniqueness, our culture, just forget about it, so that we can all stay communicated? um and yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think of that. I don't. Do you know who the Beatles are?
Sorry.
Do you know who the Beatles are? Like a 1960s, 70 rock group. Beatles from England. The Beatles.
No, no, I don't know.
They were very
I don't.
famous, and a guy named John Lennon. Um, he made a song, Imagine. Like, imagine if there are no countries. Um, so there's only one world. So
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me excuse me. Okay, that is also in my culture. Vasudev Kutumbakam. The whole world is one village. Whole world is my family.
okay,
This is taught in my culture also. Yeah,
all right, quite interesting stuff. I think, man, time
yeah.
flew by real quick. I think I don't have not even for a question. Hey, great talking to you again, man. Have a good day, okay?
Really. Again.